WIIFTBP.
If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
Mays Jackson.
Tune in to the Mays Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Mays Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Mays said. We out of here. Peace.
One of a kind, it feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I like. I miss. Hey, oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. And ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. When you're not around, girl, I'm weak. I swear I be hearing things. And if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent you bring. Yeah. Oh, and it's too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love. Ooh, that kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, babe. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me.
WIIFTBP.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Mace Jackson Show on a Wednesday. It's hump day, hump day, hump day. It's also somewhere in the universe known as Week 304 Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? It's my man DJ Reese. It's Girl Toy, they got this thing they do. They call it the 304 show. No, I'm just joking. It's not the 304 show. But if you weak and you 304, if your text ever come up, oh, y'all don't even know. See, we need a beeper sound. We need a beep, beep, beep. Right, when you beep. Do y'all remember when the beepers didn't beep? I mean, when they didn't vibrate. When they first started, and it was just beep, 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 beep. So there's people's all in your business, but you wanted people to be in your business. Because if you had a beeper, at one point, you was a drug dealer. Then it was like people got a beeper, and it was like a pseudo. It was like one of them things. Man, then do you remember when the beeper became a fashion statement? Like you had to have it on your, you know what I'm saying? You had to have it on your clothes. I'm telling you, man, I wanted me a beeper daddy beeper. Then when they came out with the colors, remember they came out with the colors and then the buttons? Then you could push your beep and you could look at it and be like, and see the light and it would light up and you could look on your belt. And then all the time it's like, you know how people was looking at their phones, Reese? People be looking at their pages all night like they blowing up all night. You wasn't blowing up all night. Stop it. Cause shoot, you had to go to a payphone to call somebody. Right. You looking. Then when you got the Sky Pager? Remember you got the Sky Pager with the slide out holster? You could slide it out and you could. And then they was in color, and then remember when they made them light up and vibrate? So then everybody in the club knew you was light. You was then that's when to get the incognito, because then that's when you knew who you could kind of tell which people was really, really cracking with people who had saved up their money for the weekend. It looked like they was cracking. Boy. Nah, dog, you just think though. All we used to do is do like this so we could get a dance. Because, you know, the girls would be like, oh, he got a pager. Oh, he got a pager. Then when the girls started getting the pages, it was like, oh, Lord. Good old days. Oh, it's a Wednesday, though. That's why I said 304. Right? Because week 304, see, Reese, you ain't really know what I meant when I first said that, don't front. You was like, what is he talking about? Then you was like, that's pretty fresh. You know that's pretty fresh. Week 304. You know it's fresh, Reese. Stop it. You know it's fresh.
Right.
It's fresh. You know it's fresh.
I might got to put that on Facebook. You know they took my page down.
What?
Because it said the weird word. Facebook.
See, Reese, I knew. I said.
My executive work, I promise you, count your days, man. When I get big and famous, I'm going to let you know. When I'm at that table, I'm going to let you know how I really feel about you.
Reese, I'm telling you, man. See, man, it's like I feel like Bugs Bunny. You know, you watch them Bugs Bunny and they push it off the cliff. They push the phone booth off the cliff. And I used to always think if you stepped off the elevator right before it crashed, you'd be straight. Man. Anyway, y'all, week 304 Wednesdays. It's going to be week 304 Wednesdays. It's burnt in my head now. So if you weak, I'm talking about you on Wednesdays. In honor of my boy Reese and my girl Toy. Hey, man, do Toy mama be looking at her Facebook page? I really got to know. Like, I'll be like, oh, she makes me laugh. She really does make me laugh. And you saw she bit my coffee, right? You see, you know my coffee be looking so fresh. That's why I need somebody to sponsor my coffee for real.
Hey, that Dunkin' Donuts need to even.
Man, it's like, just something better. You know, I need something. Bobby Rush used to say, beat me. right? Beat me. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to pump them up. I don't give them no props. But they do get me going. I need somebody on the way to the gig, right? You know what I'm saying? Brothers be like, I'm going to open up at 8 o'clock. Dog, I be at work I'm about to leave at 8. I remember I tried to get a coffee sponsorship. I was like, what time? He was like, what time? I was like, 4 a.m.? Oh, no, we can't do that sponsorship. How about we just give you a cup and you put the Dunkin' in it? Oh, I crack myself up sometimes.
Eat a cup and put the Dunkin' in it. I like it.
Well, I mean, that could be the sponsorship, though. The cup. Pay for the cup, right? I'll put it in the cup, but that's the sponsorship. Speaking of sponsorship, thank you once again to everybody who is, shout out to Katie Lindsay, who hit us up yesterday on the Cash Is app. I'm going to go and let me throw another one up. Let me see if this one works, right? Also, thank you to everybody who continues to mail. I need to say, Desiree Anderson, who sent the check in, who I mentioned yesterday, she has really great handwriting. Like, really. Like, I really want y'all to see, I don't want y'all to see her address, but, like, her handwriting is, like, dope. Is it this camera? Good handwriting. I love. Did you take penmanship when you were in school? Do they still do that?
No, man. They don't even write in. They don't even teach in cursive writing anymore. That is the most craziest thing to me. So like I'm like in like 2 generations, I wonder how people gonna like write their signature. Like
X.
Like I'm telling you,
they gonna use their thumbprint on their iPhone, and the iPhone gonna boop boop.
Yep. I definitely like growing up. We did have penmanship, you know. Like now, I just write, you know. Like if I actually like sit down and write, it look good. But like now, I just write.
I try to write.
Hey, you know, I'm trying to tell y'all. You work at the May Jackson show. You know some words. I'll be like, what is this? You know what? Then after a while, I'm good now. I'm good.
Hey man, I feel like I write really well, man.
You don't write the E on your the. I want to tell you that. It's a line. I see what you're doing. I don't know if it's because the marker is thick, but yeah. See, like. Decisions like what's that of black people? You see how your O is all together. You didn't have good penmanship, did you?
Yes, I did. I had great. See how the and then I go to
right after hum day. It say Mayoral decision of right.
No, four. See,
look at that. That's the F.
No, it's FOR.
That
there
line.
Goes the O and the R.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you could zoom in and tell people.
Man, Mayoral decision for black people.
I wish I could.
It's a combination of. I feel like I write very well. I think my printing is awesome.
I'm gonna say one for y'all.
I think I write perfect. I mean, I think it's like the perfect combination. Biden bans Russian oil. Former Senator Tom Cullerton pleads guilty.
That's good.
How much will you pay for gas? Right? Don't say gay. Bill passes in Florida. See, that's the end.
Yeah, that was good. But if you go down right after the social media question, say at the request, that's of, right? Right there, right?
At the request of 9 legislators.
Look, where the O at?
The O is in the front. It's that little.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
You tripping, man. First of all, Reese is still trying to figure out the regular stuff. This is. I feel like my penmanship. I think I'm offended, Reese. I can't believe you're trying to talk about my penmanship.
Oh, I can't write either though. But what I just said.
What you mean either? We're not in the same class, man. We're not in the same class. Reese. And if I decided to, this is really my notes. Now, if I was writing for you, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't write probably like this. I would write the fours out, the ofs out, but it's like for me.
No, you good now. I got it now. I got it now. You see how I never like. Okay. You see how I knew that was for and that was of? Like, okay.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I had to show you. You was like, is that the? See?
No, I thought the first one had I thought it was but it was for. But I see.
See how Reese you right.
I'm with you, though. I'm with you, man. I'm here. I got it now. I know how to read it. I read it in the light. I be reading when you hold it in the sky. I'm like, it's good. But nah, I don't have nice penmanship at all no more.
Oh, Lord. Good morning, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, and I've been offended by DJ Reese the Ruler this morning. He made fun of my handwriting. I feel like I always want to have cool, like I wanted to have cool handwriting. Like that's why I feel like my signature when I want it to be like one of those, you know, like when you see Michael Jordan, you see the M, you see the J. The rest be, you can see the kind of H, right? You know what you're doing. You be like, what? Yeah, man. All right, this is the Maze Jackson Show. What's up to my man DJ Reese the Ruler? Reese the Ruler, how you feeling this morning on a Wednesday?
That's about the best. You already know the rest. How you doing that today?
Hey, man, I'm good. You on the roll again. You got the wheels today, I see.
Wheels of steel.
All right. The wheels of steel. Look at that. Reese and the wheel, literally twice. Reese, you wheels of steel squared.
Wheels of steel. That's me.
Twice. And that's like a metaphor. Like it's like the wheels of steel right here in the morning. Wheels of steel on the road. See how that?
Oh,
you slow man. You ain't even ready for me, Reese. You ain't ready for me, Reese. DJ Reese the Ruler on the wheels of steel. On the wheels of steel.
I see you with the double entendre right there. I'm okay, Hov. I see you listen to a couple of whole bars and put together.
Yep. See, we would have did that. Y'all have been like, yeah, man. Yep. I was like, this morning yesterday, she was like, yeah, Reese is good. I was like, man, I be feeling like I be mining raw talent, and then everybody be like scuffing my raw talent. Like they be taking it. They be like, like first of all, don't be talking to me like I introduced y'all. I hate when people be like they telling you.
My homie Reese, I'm like, where you know Reese? Huh? Where you know him?
Or I introduced you. How you think you? Okay. You want to, okay, I got you.
Yeah, you know my homie.
Your homie. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you, though. It's all good. Black people will steal your friends in a minute. Then cut you out. I told you. I might start making y'all sign a contract.
Y'all start hanging out.
Right. And then don't even invite me. Then be at look, come back. You know who used to do that all the time? Swill. Look, now me and Swill got a company. And you know, we got this company, and you know how I am. I'm like, look, man, get the work done. I don't really kick it with the employees, because sometimes when you do that, then it makes it hard for you to enforce stuff. But it would be like, Swill would be like, I'd be like, no smoking at the job. Swill be out back smoking with the whole squad. Really, dog. You all cannot eat at the promotions. Swill like, man, it was good. Thanks, Will. I used to be like, man.
This is Big Swill. You can't tell Big Swill he can't eat at the
Big Swill. And this was when he was Big Swill for real.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to tell Big Swill on it. You got to make sure you eat before it leaves.
I'd be like, the employees are going on strike. Big Swill be on strike with the employees. I'd be like, dog, you're an owner. You can't be on strike with the employees.
He was just being the inside man. Yo.
Hey, Tennille, can you get the bots on YouTube? They starting to follow us. We getting too much. Anyway, man, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Yeah, man. You know, it's all right. Let me stop. Reese, did you see the front page of the newspaper today? They have Mayor Lori Lightfoot and her potential challengers for the spot. What I noticed interestingly was that there were no black people on the front. I guess I forgot about the mayor. I was like, there's no black people on here. And then I was about to say no black men, but considering everything we learned last week, we do have them on the page. On the front page, I take it back. They are on the front page.
You know, don't tell you. You said we ain't got no black people, they ain't got no men.
I felt like this is the perfect opportunity for black men to be the mayor, as I have said on numerous occasions. And then okay. So, Reese, honestly, I really did not think, but now that I think about what I just said, it's kind of interesting that the I'll just show y'all the cover a little later. Cause I was like, dang, that's bogus. They ain't got no black men on the, and then it was like, I was like, let me just make sure that I got the right. We are. I would say, okay. Let me ask you a question. All things considered, what we learned last week. Do you think that if you hired the mayor, you could potentially get like three minority color points? You know how like if you get a black woman, black and a woman, then you get 2 checks. Do you think she could get 3? Or they could get 3? Do you get an extra point for they? What's the matter, Reese?
It was all coming together.
I'm just saying, 3. You could get 3 points.
For being black, a lady,
and
got
the biggest. I mean, you might get 4. Like 4 points. Like, do you think that could be a category? Like, do you think they could add a category like, I'm just wondering, could they add a category? Y'all gonna be mad at me if I ask if they gonna add a category, Reese. Reese, they really could add a category though. And I really do think that this is coming to a head. No pun intended.
Got the double entendres going crazy right now.
But I do think this issue is coming to a head because I think it's really starting to rear its head in the space of sports and high school athletics, and what are we going to do about sports going forward? Because they really are talking about, like, yesterday I was watching a show and they were saying that it's not fair for transgender people to not. It's not fair for transgender people not to be able to fairly participate in sports. And I really am starting to think that we probably need to come up with a third category to make it fair for everybody. And it may even be 4 categories. Right? And I'm not even trying to be funny. I really mean, like, I think, like, for boys athletics, girls athletics, and like I would say transgender athletics, but instead of saying transgender athletics, because I think that there's an unfair competition between boys and girls, I would also think that there's an unfair competition between girls becoming boys and women who identify as men and men who identify as women. Does that make sense? Like if you were trying to compete. So I feel like if we're going to, and I'm not denying anyone the right to compete in sports, but I don't know that it's fair, Reese, that if you are a male a man who views himself as a woman or as who you know what I'm saying, identifies. There it is, that's the word. I still think that it's almost like unfair to act like there's no physical difference or advantage. Does that make sense? Without trying, and I mean literally, and I think that I was being funny about the mayor, but I do think that it brings a real issue up because it's starting to, like, I know I would probably not want my daughter to be competing in track if her scholarship is on the line against someone. You feel me? And I'm not trying to deny them the opportunity, but I do think that there are some physical things. Like sometimes I feel like we are so politically correct that we like, all right, for real, dog. Is that crazy?
Nah, it makes sense because if a man go, like if Hussein Bolt wouldn't change his sexuality and went and ran in the ones, he would own every record in the book,
Forever.
Right. Now, do we applaud that? You know what I'm saying? Or do we just make a category? Like, okay, if that's what y'all want to. But then, it's all about they want to feel included. But I do agree, like a category, just like, it's like if you really put it like if somebody like LeBron James or Michael Jordan, changed their sexuality and went to go play in the WNBA, they would drop 60 a game. You know what I'm saying? Like easily 60 a game. Look, Joanna Man was trying to show us back in the day.
Who?
Joanna Man, you remember that movie?
That.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You don't watch Men in Dress, right?
I do not watch. Joanna Man seems like a movie I would go exactly the opposite direction of.
Yeah, but it showed how like a male basketball player snuck it to the WNBA and the dominance that they had. So,
and I would say that like then you would start to see a lot of white people play. I don't know, man. I just think that we need to. It's a crazy game we play when we start messing around with that stuff. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Well, let me not say it's a crazy. Hold on, y'all start with the mail and stuff. All I'm suggesting is that we got to come up with a solution that's equitable for everyone. See how I used your word that you all like, everybody? Equitable? It has to be equitable for everyone who plays the sports because I really think it's going to change. All right, y'all. Let me run through just a few of these headlines. The Biden bans Russian oil. Reese, how much is gas? How much, man? I paid $5.39 yesterday a gallon. $5.39. Former State Senator Tom Cullerton pleads guilty to ghost payrolling. The Don't Say Gay bill passes in Florida. I want to talk about that a little bit more. Don't Say Gay. I felt like, wait, what? But I feel like that's one of those names where they put it on a bill so you make it seem like it's a bad thing. But Reese, the Don't Say Gay bill just says that you can't teach kids in school about sexuality before third grade. I really don't see anything wrong with that, just for the record. And then finally, Brittany Griner is still in jail, Reese, in Florida. They released her mugshot in Russia. You think they're going to send her to the gulag? She already got she got them tattoos, though. You know what I'm saying? The Russian mafia boy. They got them tats.
That's crazy. She's still in jail.
That's you know what that is though? That's y'all not believing fat meat is greasy. That's y'all not ever seeing Locked Up Abroad. That is y'all just being being comfortable Americans. That is y'all American privilege. I wish I would be flying around Russia with some damn anything. Besides my clothes, I wouldn't even take no cologne. Mustard in a mug. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson. And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:35 a.m. I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 27 minutes outbound to O'Hare will be 19. On the Edens Deerfield to the Exchange will be 30 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 38 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 28. On the Stevenson, it's 47 minutes. I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 30 minutes. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 39 minutes. 31 minutes to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it's 16 minutes to the Loop. 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson is 10 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7 and 8 minutes north. Today's weather, it is currently 34 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 41 with a low of 28. I'm Reese the Ruler. Happy hump day here on the Mays Jackson Show.
From the grave, glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, they got to the grave, from the grave, back to glory. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. From glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to God to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to God to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to God to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to God to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another.
You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. I am your host, Mays Jackson. Got my man DJ Reese the Ruler on the ones and twos. But hey, y'all, you know what time it is. Every day, right after 6:30, we welcome our listening audience live from WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, 1570 AM. That is where the Saints join us, the Big Gospel Express. Choo choo. Is it a train or is it an express plane? We're going to call that the Big Gospel Express plane. So, you know, that plane take off. You know, we load the, you know, all the sinners get on the bus. You know how they load the people in the back first? So they load the people in the back first. And then we save the front of the plane for the saints. Because the sinners, they got to stay in behind the curtain. Now they come in at 6 o'clock. They get on the back of the plane. They be rowdy. You can hear them back there. And then, you know, they be then at 6:30, the Saints get on. They be quiet. Then at 8 o'clock, the Saints get off. And until 9 o'clock, they be talking again. Because it is the Mays Jackson Show. Now, if you are with the Saints, you join us every day, 6:30. WBGX 1570 AM from the Big Gospel Express. It's when the church people get on the plane and you be like, Dad. You have to be like, pass the drinks. Y'all have to pass the bottles like low. Because, you know, they be looking back there like, what y'all doing? Nothing. Now, let me also let you know that the sinners join us every day on WBGX. The Sinners join us every day at 6, and they ride till 9. They got to get here early and stay late, and they are on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Soon to be on the app. That's right, y'all. We got an app coming. You're going to be like, what they at? On the app. Y'all remember when Dorothy Brown was like, I got the mobile app. The Maze Jackson app coming to you soon. Reese. We ain't even take the soul plane, though. So why don't we start with, we've been talking all this smack. Let's get this, we done got the Saints on board. Let's get this thing up in the air. Let's get it up to 60,000. Oh, I forgot. Then you're going to have to go on back after that, because then you got to go up. Then you got to, y'all know on our plane, sometimes we got to do a little wiring. Don't worry. We get you there. Lights might blink a little bit, but we going to get you there. We ready, Reese? Let's get this soul plane up to 60,000 feet. We are up and away. All right, and as we get up and away, Reese, I do think I hit all of the headlines. I said, I did tell y'all that we going to look at the front page of the Sun-Times because y'all got to see that. But then y'all got to see the picture they do of the black people. And did you notice they gave President Carrie K. Steele, said she would be a potential mayoral candidate. But I don't like how they did it. So we're going to talk about that too. Because she ain't, man. I'm trying to understand how they got. Anyway, we're going to talk about this. I told you Biden bans. Reese, how much you paying for gas, man? What is that? You got the mini, though.
$4.30 right now.
But you got the mini.
That's
You still got the mini, dog.
Yeah, man.
It's like I might have to call old Marshall Grant up and be like, give me my motorcycle, man. I might have to, hey, man. I've been driving the winter car, and the winter car is a gas guzzler. I ain't never appreciated the port. Man, please. Reese, I'm going to have to, Reese, I thought gas was like $2 a gallon like 3 years ago.
It was, man.
What?
I remember it was like 180 something. I seen it 190 something. I was like, this is what I'm talking about, man. Another war, man. It's crazy.
All right. Reese, I think it's about time. Why don't you give me the big voice?
It's time for the social media question of the day.
And I want to talk about the fact that you see that the governor froze the project funding for $144 million in Madigan projects because they say they were done with ill-gotten gains. Reese, that's pretty deep. Like, so imagine you pass a budget, you was getting imagine you went to Lewis University, right? Imagine you go into Lewis University. Why are you smiling, Reese?
My brother went there, that's why I just laughed.
Yeah. Lewis is right there in Romeoville, so it's right, it's like right by Bolingbrook. And Lewis University was probably the first university campus that I don't even think it was Lewis University at the time. I think it might have been Lewis College. And I feel like I remember when it became Lewis University. But that's a whole nother story. But it's an aviation school. So they teach a lot of people how to fly. And one of the projects that the speaker got them was a $6 million aviation tower. And Reese, they in the middle of building it. And 9 lawmakers, 9 out of 100 and something, went to the governor and said, we want these 4 projects because they are Madigan sponsored projects. We want them frozen. We want them stopped. Reese, they was building the control tower. They was in the middle of building the control tower, and the governor said, stop the funding. $6 million. Then there was some people who owned the hotel. And they was a hotel by the railroad yards. You know the hotel by the railroad yards.
What they did with that one?
Well, they had gotten some tens of millions of dollars in funding to stop the screeching from the train so they couldn't hear it. Like soundproof barriers. They stopped that. There's 2 more projects that we couldn't identify. But I was thinking like, damn, dog, they going backwards? Like, so the legislators went to the governor and said this is what they did, Reese. They was like, they went through the budget and they said, what did he care about? What did he care about? And they took it out. And they said to the governor, I don't care what's going on, we want it stopped. Then his wife was the head of the Illinois Arts Council. Told her she can't, they not going to fire her because they can't fire her because they can't unexpire her term. But they moved her out as the president. It's like, you know how on the movies when you be like, like all your friends start to turn against you? When the bad, like you be the toast of the town, and then when it's like, I almost feel like, like Bernie Madoff, sort of. Or even better yet, and Reese, did I tell you to play the big voice already? You already played it. Do it one more time. Let's play the big voice. Oh, you got to switch it? Don't switch it. Don't do it. The social media question of the day is, and I want y'all to I'm going to open up the phone lines because I want y'all to call in too. Will Mike Madigan be Blagojevich? Again, the social media question of the day. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Will Mike Madigan get Blagojevich? And what I mean by that is, will the former political toast of the town become toast? Will he become persona non grata? Will they take his name and memory out of Illinois politics? Reese, did you see 300? All right. So you remember when, was his name Ramses? Remember when he was like, man, your name will be stricken from dong. Oh, no, that happened in that movie.
I know what you mean, though.
And it happened in Moses. I mean, in the Ten Commandments. When Ramses was like, Moses, may your name be removed from the da-da-da-da-da. Gong. Right? They was like, they will never know that you even existed. Gong. Remember how when Rod Blagojevich went down, they was like, you can't even get a portrait. You can't. We gonna make it so you can't even get your portrait hung in the building, right? Like we don't even want the memory that you was ever the governor. And everybody kind of piled on him. Reese, I feel like this is first of all, I think that the fact that they did this is really interesting, and I think it's something that the current speaker needs to pay attention to. Because I think that these 9 members are going to probably leverage the Madigan connections to their benefit. But Reese, there was a time when everybody was like, they clamored to be with the speaker, right? And you ever see the stories of the people who be like, man, when I was on top of the world, everybody was with me, they was kicking it with me, blah, 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 blah. Then R. Kelly, will he get R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you can't even say you was down. You don't even know. Now look, and this is going to be funny because I thought this was interesting. This is a video that I found a while. I really can't find the long version of it. And Tennille, I feel like we have it somewhere on the show. But this came from, I'll tell you the page when I come back. But how does people, let me not say how does. Will Madigan get Blagojevich? We are right now watching the shift in power. And a lot of people have questions. I don't know if you all saw Tony Preckwinkle said when asked, did she think that Mike Madigan would ever get indicted? And she said, of course. So Reese, if she knew, how do they explain their relationships? Does that make sense? And I feel like right now what's getting ready to happen is all the people who worked with, did the bidding of, etc. of the speaker. And I'm really talking about elected officials and politicians. And I'm going to tell you what's really happening is these 9 are trying to get ahead of the fray, because as this Madigan trial rolls out, it's going to have a splash on Democrats who did his bidding. And so what you're seeing now is a group of people trying to jump out in front of and say, it wasn't, we led the charge. But lest we forget, because everybody right now is going to be talking about they never knew the dude, they wasn't kicking it with him, etc. Right? And it's really going to be the politicians. Reese, with everything that happens, and now she's got a candidate running against her, how does a representative explain this clip that I'm about to play? Guys, this clip is of what then Representative Susana Mendoza, who is now currently our comptroller, had to say about Speaker Madigan. And Reese, I'm sure that there are videos upon videos upon videos just like this. Ready? You got the volume? Let me make sure I got my volume up, so I don't be fussing at you. Talk about Reese, it's on you. Ready? All right. You want to hear it? Here it go.
It's your honor to second the nomination of Michael J. Madigan for Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives. He's a brilliant politician, tactician, and public servant, and a great man whose commitment to Illinois is only matched by that to his family. While many may aspire to be like him, there is only one Michael J. Madigan.
I hope not a lot of people aspire to be like Mike Madigan.
And it doesn't stop there.
Susana was the co-chairman in Rahm Emanuel's re-election campaign.
Reese, I really wish I could find the whole speech. Because if I could find the whole speech, it was almost like, whoa. Now, she's currently the state comptroller. And she's running against a Republican in the face of this trial. Reese, will everyone deny their knowledge, their relationship, their careers that belong to the speaker? Like, here's my question. So think about this. Everyone from the lieutenant governor on down who has been appointed or put in play, who didn't win their election, is going to have to explain their relationship with the speaker. Does that make sense? And now, like, they thought that he would never get indicted. So now, and even after he got put out, everybody was quiet until he got indicted. Now what you see is people running to the forefront to be quick to condemn him, even though they was on the team. Because quiet as it's kept, everybody was on the team. So what you see now is people who were on the team trying to distance themselves from the team and the proactive action of it. So now imagine you voted for it. You was with it. All the stuff on the board ain't no no's. So now you are running to the forefront, and the media is now saying you're the champions because you jumped off the ship first. all of this like, I guess my question is, so here's the thing, Reese. And this is where I kind of This is where I kind of, and it's not I told you so. It's kind of like, are these people going to be listed as brave now? Reese, they watched. They watched. It was no secret what was happening. They watched as this stuff happened to friends and family of mine and me and people that we knew and people that we've all known over the years. And nobody said a word because nobody wanted to be the next one. Now, everybody is now like, I'm glad he got, wait, what? Are we to believe now, right now, that when they put the handcuffs on, that they're brave now? Help me understand. Give me a call, 872-259-7474. Right? I mean, I want you to be clear that all these people jumped on, and he's really getting prosecuted for the same thing that Blagojevich, not even close to what Blagojevich got. And let me ask a question. Like, if he is convicted, will he be an honored, still be? If he is convicted, I want to go back and I want to ask, you got me? I'm going to play it again. How do you justify, how does an elected official justify this? Hold it.
Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives.
His protege. In 2011, Mike Madigan's nomination as Speaker, and was quite flattering.
It's also my sincere honor to second the nomination of Michael J. Madigan for Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives. He's a brilliant politician, tactician, and public servant, and a great man whose commitment to Illinois is only matched by that to his family. While many may aspire to be like him, there is only one Michael J. Madigan.
I hope not a lot of people aspire to be like.
Yeah, if I could find the whole thing, you'll be like, oh my God. Now, if you're an old school Mays Jackson listener, you'll remember that clip because we had the whole speech. Now I'm telling you, Reese, I went to go find it. Like, it used to be you could just Google it and it would come up. Boy, I done been on Google all day long looking for that and can't find the clip. So it means that they done win it. Because guess what's happening now, Reese? Everybody who participated is now running away, pretending like they didn't have nothing to do with it. Oh, no, I wasn't part of the gang. I didn't do nothing. It wasn't me. That was him by his... No, hold on now. So my question, Reese, is he going to be Blagojevich? How will he be remembered in this space? Like, we do understand that right now, so y'all remember who he teamed up with? There was a lot of black folks that teamed up with him. There was a lot of white folks who teamed up with him. Pretty much everybody in power teamed up. Who gets to get Reese? It's what you all are seeing right now is the last one to tell is the one going to jail. Does that make sense? The last one to tell is going to jail. So people are jumping ship now. There's going to be people who going to be quiet. There's going to be people like Reese. There's the opportunity to be quiet. Right? You just don't say nothing. Wait for your time. Pay your dues, take your time, and go ahead. Hopefully you can explain yourself away. But right now what you got is people are now jumping ship and snitching. Oh, he. Wait a minute. Y'all, how does that work, Reese? Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Will the speaker be Blagojevich? Will they take his name down? Will they allow him to occupy a space in history, or will they take it all down? Will they be like, no, we can't honor his legacy? Whatever that may be. I'm just curious to know, how do you get to, who gets to not be Reese? If it was going down for 40 years and your vote record is 100% with him, 80% with him, you get to get, how do you get to get off?
Yeah, man, like that's the big question. Like, you hung out with him, like, so you ain't know he was doing none of this. You know, he wasn't doing none of this around you. So it's like, are you with him? And like you said, the last person to tell.
Last person to tell is going to jail. Right? The last person to tell is going to jail. Now, I'm not saying that this is jail worthy, but what I am telling you is there are a lot of people that are talking about they tell that they was part of the downfall. You got to understand, like, come on, man. How many of the people that are now saying that they weren't a part of it benefited from it? So you ain't know they was selling dope, but you went to all the parties. You ain't know they was selling dope, but you sure kicked it. You ain't know they was selling dope, but you sure rolled and smoked and kicked it. You ain't know they was selling dope, but you sure was in the car.
VIP, you ain't know that.
Right.
Like,
I'm on the list.
I ain't know. I did not know what he was doing.
Hold on. So wait, we balling every night. We popping bottles. We at the couch. We eating steak. We eating lobster. We getting our hold on. Wait.
I had no clue he was doing any of these things. Not a one. You know, like when I endorsed him, I thought that, you know, obviously the guy that I endorsed is not the guy that I thought that he was. And now, not only am, you know, we should be ashamed, but I'm more ashamed of him. You know, like me actually being on tape, saying that I would endorse a guy like that. Like, I actually put people's lives in jeopardy. You know, he stole a lot of money. And I have to also admit that I'm a part of that, you know, like, because I endorse that type of behavior. That's all they gonna say. That's all they gonna sugarcoat it. So like that, they gonna sugarcoat it, and they go, oh, yes, I definitely have myself to blame, you know, because yes, sir. They gonna hit him with that, and then we're gonna be off the hook.
Reese, but they was holding guns. They stashed the weight, right? They was like, man, you go to Vegas if you just gotta take this package with you.
Well, you know, the majority of them is gonna be loyal, but it's it's always that one crack. You know, that one crack person that's gonna tell it all. But yeah, the majority of them is gonna be loyal. Like you have to understand the downfall from that. So you have to be loyal. Like in your first mind, like you thinking, all right, I'm loyal. You know, he should have enough money that he stole. You know, he should have enough to where we good. You know, so but yeah. But somebody is gonna say something. Always happen.
All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I mean, I just gotta understand, like, how. This is like, Reese. Here goes the thing. Let's just be clear. I think everybody. There's a tape of everybody praising dude. You feel me? I bet if you go down the list, and you go find all the tapes of all the people that endorsed his nomination or Reese, do you understand how many people are so grateful that they don't have competition or that there wasn't a massive Reese? How do all the people that bowed down get off? How does, if Madam President Toni Preckwinkle said, of course, she expected him to get indicted. What was you doing? What? So Reese, if I knew the feds was on you, if I knew you was bogus, but we still gonna do, I'm gonna take the money and just not look. Reese, I want you to come over to my house. I'm gonna hand you a bag. It's right. I'm gonna ask you for some favors. I'm gonna ask you, and we're gonna have a transactional relationship. Now, I know that you own some BS, but I'm gonna just act like I don't.
As long as I don't look in the bag, I don't know what's in the bag, right?
I won't look in the bag. Now, I'll go to the store with you. I'll take the bag to the store with me. But I'm never going to look in the bag. But every time I carry this bag make everybody be like, oh, no, I ain't messed. That's dude bag. Do you get to say I ain't know? Of course I knew he was, but I ain't know what was in the bag.
Causable deniability. I don't know what's in the bag.
Oh!
I can't tell you I took cash on. I never looked in the bag. I made a try. I'm working for him. He said, hey, man, drop this somewhere. Take this here. I don't know. I don't know why these people scared this man and I got this. But how do I know? I was just given a job to take this bag to this location.
So you had no suspicion of what was going on? Well, yeah, you did, because you told us you knew he had a problem.
Oh, well, see.
Yeah, when I asked you, did you think he would get prosecuted ever? You said, of course. So what did you think he was going to get prosecuted for, sir?
That's that one little crack I told you. Look, see, I don't know. Told you to say I was just delivering a package. But they going to find some way to, watch, man. I don't think it's going to fall how we think it's going to fall. Wiggle his way up out of this one.
All right, we're going to talk about it when we come back and call. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What does everybody say going forward? We're going to talk about it some more, and plus we'll take your calls. It's the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break. If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event, or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. Apply not to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I'll be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, like it was nothing. Ooh, some magic, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy, say, to take it easy, say, feel so weak, say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy, say, feel so weak, say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time, I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me, know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy to you make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Mays and Reese and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong. In the mirror, realize you great. Yeah, we always argue with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune and stay on top about who forward, about who not. Just green light all the black economy, then watch all the shooting don't stop. To my black people in power, just remember we put you in power. If you really wanna save all the black princesses, be Mario and I Bowser. They gave us a hard job. We gon' make it if we do it together. Divided before, we gotta evolve. With confidence, you are really before you started. With no confidence in the people, we always gon' be defeated.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Come on, man. DJ Reese the Ruler. Y'all saw Israel out last night, hanging out with his girl. Or, excuse me. We saw yesterday. Y'all know Israel, who be calling in. If you check out your screen right now, that's a picture of him and them. You know what I'm saying? Look. I think Bob is probably one of the folks in them, and I think she one of the moles in them. So it was like a peace treaty. Was that a peace treaty? Right? Like, look, respect to everybody involved. I'm just trying to tell some jokes. I don't want no problems, but it is, you know, it's like they having a peace treaty meeting, right? It's like we have peace now. But look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. What's the matter, Reese?
Who you think who you think handshake was tighter? Like, who you think grip was tighter?
So I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like Israel probably had the strong grip, but you know how some people be trying to go extra hard, so you let them get they squeeze on. So I feel like the mayor was probably, have you seen the mayor squeezing hard? You know how they be squeezing hard, but you got it, but they be trying. You know what I hate though, Reese, when they get you by the fingers. That's when you know they trying to punk you, right? So you can't get no grip because your thumb can't, man. Anyway, yeah. So it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and I want to know, man, what do all the people who was down before say? Like, I feel like you should just be quiet. I think they should just let whatever happen to do. I don't think you get the grandstand if you was in it. Reese, if you was in it, you can't be like, yeah, it was terrible over there. We used to have to go to meetings and everything. Every week I was there. And yes, I knew all the shakes, and yes, I knew all the lit. And yes, I definitely participated, but it was because Chief said.
You know, as I look back and I see the decisions that I made, you know, I was actually scared to speak up, you know, and the coward in me. I'm telling you, just watch the wordplay, how they gonna use it. Oh, it's the coward in me. I don't know. I felt like, you know, I saw him doing these things wrong, you know, and I should have been a better person, man. Watch, they don't use all that. They not going down. Like, if they speak up, like, we don't want you.
They go Nino Brown it.
We don't want you. And you know who? We want him. That's it. Full immunity gonna get everybody to start talking.
Reese, can you really do this though? You can't really do this.
Man,
listen.
Reese,
you cannot go out like this, Reese. You cannot, you ready? You got to I want to play it and then caller, we're going to come to you right after this. But Reese, you cannot be the chief enforcer. Right? You cannot be 5-star elite, then be doing some stuff like
the nomination of Michael J. Madigan for Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives. He's a brilliant politician, tactician, and public servant, and a great man whose commitment to Illinois is only matched by that to his family. While many may aspire to be like him, there is only one Michael J. Madigan.
I hope not.
Reese, you can't you cannot have been on the video toasting up the chief. You cannot be like, the world is mine. You cannot be with Chief now on the video and then be talking about, I didn't know.
Oh my God, as I look back I look at the younger me. Oh my God, I was so lost at that time of my life, at that period of my life.
Reese, you was 40.
People grow every day, man.
Reese, you was 40.
People grow every day. I'm not the same person.
Reese, you got kids.
I'm not, and you know,
you're married.
I'm human. I make mistakes, Maze. I make mistakes. Are you trying to tell me that you're 50 and you make no mistakes? We're all human here, you know, and that's why I said, like, I had to own up to the things that I did, you know. I questioned the things that he had us did, but not to a certain extent. I should have questioned more. I'm telling you, watch, they gonna light it up. That's what I'm waiting on. But then as soon as they said a community ain't gonna tell it all. Like, this how the story is gonna go while they telling it all. You know, I was part of it, you know. That
Come on, Reese.
I helped them. You know, that
Reese,
you
was fun. Look,
I endorsed that. Can you believe it? I put these families' money in jeopardy. I am so ashamed. Man, watch. Watch.
Reese, you was universal. You was universal.
They want him, not me. I'm trying to tell you, they want him, not me.
Reese, Reese, I mean, Reese, you.
Don't say anything.
You part of the originals. You a brick. You telling me you a brick, Reese?
Chopped it down with you. Thought that was flour. I didn't.
Reese, you carried the bag.
Never looked in it.
Reese, you carried the bag. Reese, we put you on a plane.
Yes.
We flew you to the Dominican Republic, Reese.
It's great.
Reese, we asked you to go. We sent you to Colombia, Reese.
Yes. At that time, I thought we were doing our own investigation of where could we, I thought he was plotting moves on where this was coming from. So I'm just doing my job, bringing back all the information that he needs. I'm thinking that at this time, this is a larger plan. Like, wow, this guy has a connect in Colombia. Maybe he's trying to bring down the whole entire operation. So I'm thinking bigger picture, bigger operation, not knowing that I'm helping this monster. This monster. I should have been an attorney or something.
You seem like you could have been a snitch, man. I'm just saying, Reese. You was part of the mob, dog. You understand everybody. Now, we all co-Ds. We all co-Ds. If don't nobody talk, we can just, look, Chief gonna take that. The mob could continue. And we at the top of the mob. But you know what? Look, let me speak to y'all real quick. Cause the mob could have transferred to the black people. But instead, the white folks like, I'll blow the whole thing up before I let the Negroes be in charge of the mob. Cause look, everybody be quiet. Look, dog, he got to take his time. We've been trying to modernize this thing. It's our time. Look, everybody shut up. You do a year. Everybody do a year. We're going to take our time. We're going to do our time. When we come back, we're going to be new, improved. Everybody going to get back to the lit. We're going to remember, and now we got the keys. But now, the white folks in the mob, who was all at the top of the mob, that got all the props when they was in the mob and got treated as the mob and they got to waffle around because they got to go because they lived in a different neighborhood. So they didn't have to. Well, now they like, before we let these Negroes get in charge, we tell them, bust it all up. Bust it all up. And they like, hold on. Now, again, and check this out, though, Reese. Because they was targets and because they was in challenging areas, they ain't never had to, Reese, they bought their rank. They ain't never had to put in no work for their rank. When it was time to go on a mission, they ain't have to go. Nah, you gonna go to college. You just go ahead and we got these brothers over here. Now the brother, no, we can't cause now we gonna have to work. Now we gonna have to do some work. If we want to keep our spot, we could blow the whole thing up. See, y'all gotta understand, so now that we could survive with old boy as our chief, and we ain't gonna never put no rules on him. But we gonna limit because we would never want the brother to have it 10 years. Now, we can't say that. But we can leverage the hell out of the old dude to make sure that we ain't gotta, look, I do 10 years, but I ain't doing 50. Right? They like, will you do 10?
Telling you, man, somebody going 50. I'm 60 years old. Listen, man, I'm telling you, that's when they gonna.
Reese, you had a whole region. You had a whole region.
But I didn't know that it was really funded for it.
Wait, but why did all the people bring you? So what did you think it was? Why do you think everybody just brought you money every week?
I mean, I just thought this for his future campaigns and, the things that he's doing around the
So,
community.
Reese, you don't, but the bag you used, remember when he used to call you up and say, yo, I need you to go over here and pick this bag up for me and drop it off over there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, huh?
I was just doing as I was told.
So were you part of the mob then? If you was doing what you was told, were you taking orders? Were you part of the mob, sir?
Part of what mob? I thought I was.
What?
Something
You was
bigger.
on the videotape.
I hang around this guy. I mean, of course, I work for him.
So you didn't know. So you didn't know all these people running around when these people was getting killed, when all this stuff was happening, when y'all was on yachts and y'all was taking private jets. You ain't know. You did nothing clicked for you. I mean, for a person that lives on the southwest side of Chicago, none of this clicked for you.
Just thought he saved up. Like, wow, what is the big job? That he really just used his money and just he materializes these things instead of having this big lavish house. You know, he just. And enjoys himself. I just thought he was just enjoying himself.
And did you enjoy yourself?
Of course.
Did you sniff any cocaine?
No, it was cocaine there.
What did you think the flour was?
Oh.
What did you think the white powder on the table was, sir?
You know what? He did say that he was a baker. I never paid any mind to that, sir. As long as you never, as long as you.
Reese, that's why you gonna go to jail. If you go to jail, that right there is what's gonna make the prosecutor be like, give him 50.
Give him 50, yeah. Nah, man.
50? Somebody see it, there go another
50,
one.
hold on.
50, did you say 50? All right, excuse me.
Let me powder was cocaine, I saw. 50
what you need me to...
50 years, listen, man.
Am I crazy, man?
Cocaine. I got some more. You ain't even get all of it. Let me tell you where the rest of it at.
And let me tell you who else helped them bag it up. Now look, here go the whole operation. You want something? Look, this thing bigger than me.
And that's when they started really giving it up.
Look,
it's bigger than me.
Oh wait, look. That ain't enough. Let me tell you who was the. No, y'all was all in the mob. Just admit it, y'all was all in the mob, and if you would have just been quiet, one dude could have took the rap, and everybody else could have been straight, and y'all could have started over, and we could have sprouted up, and black people could have been straight, but hell no.
See, but they got to have that person. Like, obviously, that person was not designed to take the rap, you know, or that person would have been like, nah, he ain't did it, I did it, man. He never knew it. I was doing it, and I was his accountant, you know, I did this. He had no parts of it, like, you know, so. But you gonna hear all the people like that used to align themselves with him. They gonna start like distancing themselves from him. They gonna start saying, "Oh, you know, I didn't, you know, I had my suspicions that he was a monster, but you know, I never knew until these allegations actually finally, you know, came out." I watch they gonna change their tone and they gonna act like they ain't part of it. I'm embarrassed of that. I'm embarrassed of that time in my life. Now that I look back at it, yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, we going to forgive them and they going to have the next big job in government. Like, yep, got him again.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. Go to the live line, man. Anybody, y'all, I be telling mob stories. I be talking over people's heads. They don't get it, do they? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Do you get to escape?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mace. This is Katie. How are you?
Hey, Katie, Miss Vice President. No, wait.
El Presidente.
Oh, excuse me. El Presidente.
President.
Hold on, let me get it right. And not only is she the president, she is also hosting this Saturday at Greater Walters Zion AME the 18th Ward Black People First Party meeting. Katie, what's going on today?
Oh, my goodness. I don't think that Madigan will be glorified like him. I remember back in the day, Madigan, I had never seen anybody move around those chambers so fast as when he was bringing Blagojevich down. I would just never forget the look of him moving around. I said, I didn't know that man could move so fast. Mm-hmm. He was just trying to get the papers together, make sure everything was together to bring that poor Blagojevich. I don't know how he survived it all. Number one, we're in this COVID times, and so he's not going to be handcuffed and all this other stuff and chased around by the reporters like Blagojevich was. It's, you know, he's not going to get the same treatment. He should get the same treatment. I mean, he should get worse treatment. But it's an amazing thing to see.
Thank you, Katie. You're right. I was just thinking about that. Remember, he don't even got to go to court. He could take his and he don't even get, you know, Reese, when you got to walk in and be, excuse me, and you got to cut through. It's like he a boss, dog. Like you was dog. He's still getting boss treatment, and they jump like if everybody be quiet.
thought I was working for the Speaker of the House. I didn't know I was working for that.
You know he was a mob boss, bro.
No, sir. No, sir. When I filled out that application, there was no mob boss in there. I thought I was working for one of the great. Like, do you hear the things that he was saying against the other politicians as he was running about how they was corrupted, stealing money? I would never think that he would be doing the same thing that he fought so hard to get those other politicians out of that, and to turn around and do the same.
Don't
exact
tell
thing.
Reese nothing, y'all. Do not do no dirt with Reese because he is telling. Go ahead, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Carly, you're on the Mace Jackson Show. Will the Speaker eventually be Rod Blagojevich? And by that I mean, are they going to remember him in a negative light? Will he be taken down in the city, in the state? Will they allow him to have statues? Or will they try to pretend like he didn't exist? Go ahead, caller.
Maybe they got to go back to 2000 and start with the United States Senate resolution that Dick Durbin did honoring Michael Madigan.
Wait, what
Until
was that? Tell me. Back up. Tell me what happened again.
Back in approximately 2000, 2001, Senator Dick Durbin did a United States Senate resolution honoring Michael Madigan.
Really?
That was a high honor. Yes. It's there in the congressional record. It cannot be erased. If I were the Republicans, that would be exhibit number 1.
Wow. Is it a video?
No, it's a United States Senate resolution, a bill.
Okay. I'm about to find it.
And I'll look it up and I'll get it for you before the end of the day.
Oh, beautiful.
But he did that, giving high praise to Madigan. That's exhibit number 1.
I'm looking.
He cannot he cannot disavow himself from that.
That's good stuff.
So that's exhibit number 1.
We are going to find that, and I want you to send that to me because, here's all I want to say is that I feel like it's going to be a lot of rock throwing. It's going to be a lot of people talking about what they didn't know, what they didn't experience, that they was all against it all in the end. And I feel like the smartest play here is to be quiet. Like, because I don't think that there was anybody who, if they were asked to do something that he asked them to do, they didn't do it. And if you didn't do it, you was gone. Right? Reese. So, like, I do feel like you could tell people I was, like, I was feared for my life. Maybe that's the better defense.